Hello, everyone. Welcome to the November energy forecast. Okay, we're here. We're doing it. We're doing all the things. Um, I'm getting used to a new system of going live, so bear with me while I figure this out. Welcome. Happy Halloween. If you're celebrating Halloween, I attempted to dress up. My daughter helped me throw these little stickers. Thank you. I wanted to be a witch. That's like literally what I am every year for Halloween, but I was not organized this year. And I think it goes to the energy of what we've been experiencing in October. So let me know if you experienced a dramatic shift in energy in October. Let me know. For me, I felt it big time. I felt that a lot of projects that I had wanted to make traction on and I was like struggling, they landed. I got clarity. Forward action steps became clear to me. And I know not everyone necessarily felt that dramatic shift, but I want to know if you were one of the people that felt it, let me know. Some people are still just reeling from what the last few months were, and understandably so. 7 energy was what we've been in all 2023, and it's chaotic energy. It's disruptive energy. It is meant to challenge you to the core. And while I am a 7 and I tend to enjoy 7 energy to some degree, it's a little bit much. I'm not going to lie. I hear you on that. It's a little bit much. But what I want you to understand is things are shifting dramatically. So, and I feel like it's worth kind of explaining the context to give you an understanding as to why. Look, my stickers are falling off. Hopefully, oh, I don't know if it's going to stay. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what happens when you buy stickers from the dollar store, I guess. There's so much happening right now. We are moving into an 8 energy year. This 7 energy was meant to disrupt you because you're meant to figure out, who am I? How do I lean into my own intuition? How do I build that relationship with my inner guidance system, with spirit, with the universe? How do I expand upon my soul gifts? And as much as I hate that this is the case, we often grow through challenge. And so if you felt challenged in this past year, these past few months, I want you to remind yourself that I grow through challenge. And so here's a great journal prompt. You probably are going to want to write this down, but I want you to ask yourself, what are the growth opportunities? How did I grow as an individual because of the challenges I went through? Chances are you learned a little bit more clearly about who you are. You learned a little bit more clearly about what you're capable of. You learned a little bit more clearly about what your gifts were. And so I really want to encourage you to, reframe or to really pull those divine and sacred gifts out of this year. I really want you to get clear on, how did I grow because of what I went through, right? What gifts, what strengths grew in me because of that? Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, should we go into November's energy a little bit? November is going to be very different. It's 9 energy. We are experiencing some very interesting patterns right now. The 9 energy, I'm really feeling it come through like a strong line in the sand. Okay. And what I mean by that is there is going to be these moments of time where you notice, this is how things have been in my past, and this is how I would like things to be in my future. And you're going to feel this line in the sand energy, or like this, like I'm sitting on a fence energy. And what I want you to recognize is I want you to almost create your own little personal internal ceremony and be like, from henceforth, we're going this way. We're not going that way anymore. I have a new standard. I have a new line in the sand. This is my future. This is what I'm creating. This is how I'm responding. This is how I'm going to interact. These are the patterns I'm going to create. And just make the decision that that is the past and this is the future. And I think it's really important to have these like line in the sand moments where you just take a minute and you look back and you think, okay, I used to handle it this way. This is how I'm going to handle it. This 9 energy has high standards, very high standards. And how that can sometimes show up is like perfectionism, self-criticism, judgment, whether it's of yourself or of others, right? Or criticism of yourself or others. And the 9 isn't meant to be hypercritical or judgmental. What is meant to show us is that there's a better way forward, that there is something that will serve me going forward. And this is the path I would like to be on. So it's not, and you'll notice that by being like, ooh, I don't like that. That doesn't feel good. You cannot like something without it turning into criticism or judgment. And you can have a higher standard or a higher ideal, and you may not hit it every time. And that's okay. We are literally not interested in the 10 out of 10 perfection. We are not. We are interested in like a solid B. You know, we're going for like the 75, 80% range, right? That's what we're going for. So let yourself make mistakes, let yourself fail, let yourself mess up. That's okay. No judgment, no criticism. If you find yourself falling into that, recognize that's a shadow trait of the 9. And it's not meant to be like this punitive vibe. It's meant to be like, what's the standard I'm setting for myself? What's available for me? What am I choosing? Okay. With this line in the sand energy comes this very strong feeling of, what are you choosing? Now, this is going to be very, very important and relevant for this entire month. Okay. People often say things like, well, this is what I think I want, but I'm waiting for the universe to show me a sign. Or I'm going to just pick the path of least resistance. That's how I know that's where I should be going right now. And please don't. Like, no, the universe isn't going to tell you what to do or boss you around. Certainly, the universe will leave you clues. The universe will give you synchronous moments. The universe will give you opportunities, but it's not going to be bossy. It's not going to tell you what to do. You get to choose to engage with that. And so one of the important energies of this 9 energy month is going to be the decision. And so I would love for this to echo through your mind this month as to, what am I deciding? What is my decision? What am I deciding? And so anytime you're faced with a little bit of challenge or a sign that you want to interpret as either a stop or go sign, pause and ask yourself, what am I deciding? This doesn't mean that we're going to push boulders uphill, but it does mean that the universe is co-creating with you. The universe is not going to tell you what to do. The universe is waiting for you to make a choice. Okay. I'm so glad you guys are joining with me live. It's so good to see you. Thank you for the comments on my costume. So fun. If you're dressed up as a costume, I would love, or your kids, share. I love seeing photos of everyone dressed up. It's so fun. Okay. What else can I talk about the 9? 9 is a mirror. Okay. 9 is always going to be a mirror. So the magic of math is that anything you add to a 9, it will break back down to its original number. So 9 is literally like looking in the mirror. So what that means is you are going to see bits and pieces of yourself, bits and pieces of the world around you, both that you like and that you don't like. Okay. It's a mirror. It's not a judgment. It's not a criticism. It's not telling you you're doing it wrong. It's a feedback. It's just information. And so what we can do when we receive these bits of information is we can say, thank you for this information. This is what I choose. Thank you for this feedback. This is what I choose. We're not going to internalize it. We're not going to make it personal. We're not going to make a big deal out of it. We're just going to accept, notice, acknowledge, and then decide. The power of the decision is so important this month, right? So important this month. I love that. Yay, Karina, thank you so much. You are making major decisions this morning and created a beautiful ritual. I love that. Because the 9 is going to mirror back things to us, the way you engage with this energy will also be mirrored back to you, right? So if I decide to create rituals and sacredness, if I decide to expand upon connection and other values I have, like maybe freedom or love or, whatever that is, that will get mirrored back to me. 9 is going to always show you the way of what's possible with your decision. It's a co-creation. Okay. So I love that. Now, are you guys ready? I'm just looking at my notes to see if there's anything else I wanted to share. Oh, this is the other piece I wanted to share about the 9. The 9, it's very important, don't let the outside world be bossy either. Okay. So don't be overly influenced by what other people are saying and doing. Trust your own inner light. Okay. This is so important. You can certainly receive guidance and feedback from, people you trust, whether it's like mentors or experts or whatever. That's great. But always go back within and check that with your own inner light. And this is so important because 9 represents the ending of a cycle. Okay, so once we hit December, we're going to be in a new energy, and that is going to be the new beginning energy. So knowing that this is the ending of a cycle and a new cycle is going to be starting in December and then again in January, other people can give you feedback based on their journey and their experiences and what they see, but nobody's in your shoes. Nobody's walked the path you've walked. Nobody knows what it's like to be you. And so, yes, take in what feels like a fit, but always be discerning. Do not take guidance and advice and feedback from people whose lives you wouldn't want to live. Do not take guidance and advice and feedback at the expense of your own intuition and your own heart, because we are creating a new pattern, which means no one's walked it before. And if no one's walked it before, no one knows for sure. Everyone's out there just giving their best shot, right? Everyone. We're all just giving our best shot. And certainly it helps to have people who've, given it their best shot many times so they can share some of their pitfalls. But somebody else's failures or somebody else's success is no reflection on what's going to work for you. You're the only one that truly knows that. Yes, I love that, Karina. Shut out the noise and create your own vibration with what makes you feel magnificent. This is a very powerful time to say, I'm going to do things differently, and this is going to be my path. That's a very powerful decision you can make this month that will be super, super helpful for you. Okay, so let's see here. A great time for reflection. It's also a great time for auditing and reviewing. So if you are, wanting to assess anything, review, reflect, take a survey, right? Do some case studies, things like that. This is a great month for that review and reflection. I highly recommend, if you have an opportunity to review in your work, in your life, even just some journaling on that would be really in service this month. Okay, should we go into some of the specific dates? If there's any dates in particular that you're wanting to know, post and let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to share a few that jump out to me. There's going to be a lot of karmic cycles rebalancing right now. And I think this is much related to the fact that the 9 is the ending, the completion. And so because of that, we get to decide a new path forward. So knowing that there's this like convergence of karmic cycles happening this month, you get to decide, what's my new pattern going to be? Am I going to keep repeating? Am I going to start something new? Am I going to do it a little differently, right? The power of the small shifts are going to be really, really intense this month. The other thing that's going to be really important is recognizing what your value system is and choosing to invest in the things that align with it. So you're wanting to make sure that there's an integrity between what's important to you, who you are, and the actions you take, how you live your life, right? So this is very, very important in recognizing what patterns want to end around that and where you can upgrade. By upgrade, I mean getting more clear in your own heart and choosing something even more in integrity with what feels true and right to you. Like I said, everyone's making it up. So why not make up the story that works for you, and be careful not to like overly attach to the other narratives, to the other stories out there. They may or may not serve other people, but you get to choose. Is that something, a story, a narrative, an experience that fits for me, that serves me, that honors me? Okay, so on the 7th and the 8th of the month, there's going to be this very strong energy of asking myself, like, what are the things I'm doing that are feeding the thoughts I'm having? Okay. So a little example of this would be like, if I get up and go for a walk in the morning, I have like really excited, inspired thoughts. I tend to have great ideas, great downloads. Being out by the beach or going and being by the trees, I always have such clarity. I feel calm. I feel like I can take on the world. I feel like a great grounded sense in my power. So that's a practice that contributes to a thought process, right? On the flip side, if I get up in the morning and just lay in bed, oh, my stickers are falling off. If I just lay in bed and I pick up my phone, oh no, my stickers. If I just lay in bed and pick up my phone, what's going to happen is I'm going to feel tired. I'm going to start my day off feeling defeated, because that's the feeling I would tend to like associate with what I feel if I start my day on the phone versus getting up and doing something to take care of me, right? So it's the action that's contributing to the thoughts I'm having and the feelings I'm having. So for you, particularly around the 7th and 8th, I want you to think about, what are the things I do that contribute to the kind of thought processes I would like to have, the kind of thought processes I would like to choose, okay? And I want you to start a new practice, a new habit, or anchor into an existing one to make sure that the things you're doing are getting your brain to the places you want your brain to be. This is the thing, right? We don't realize what a powerful tool our body and brain are, and the mind-body connection is. So if you know that, use it in your favor. Okay. Listen to an inspiring podcast, listen to the types of music that gets you inspired, go for a walk outside, start your day with green juice, whatever that is for you. What are the things that keep me on that track? Okay. I feel like I'm talking a lot today, guys. Apparently I have a lot to say. Let me know in the comments what pieces are landing. Let me know if you have any particular dates you're curious about. I'm going to pick out a few more. On the 9th of November, it's going to be a very important energy of trying something, being willing to experiment with something, right? Throw yourself out there and just try it. It's either going to work or it's not. And either way, you're going to have information. On the 9th of the month, it's mostly going to be about the experience of it and what that experience tells you. Let's see here. On the 11th of the month, there's going to be a very strong intuitive message received, download received, like light bulb moment that you're going to have that's going to help you close a door. Okay. So on the 11th of the month, a light bulb moment that's going to help you close a door. That's a door that you've probably suspected needed closing for some time, but maybe you haven't had the guts or the courage, or you needed like just a little bit more fortitude to make that decision. On the 11th, the information is going to come and you're going to know, and you're going to have the courage to do it. Okay. And that's going to start a whole new cycle of manifestation for you. On the 13th of the month, you're going to get very, very clear on what truly matters to me. What are my priorities? I don't need to care about all the other stuff. I get to decide what is most important to me. And I'm going to just put all that aside for now and focus on what is my priority, what really, really, really matters to me. Okay. So then clarity is going to come through for that. And I suggest when the clarity comes through for that, you take the moment to communicate about it with someone important to you, whether that's a voice note to your bestie, whether it's sitting over a cup of tea and chit-chatting with someone you care about, but communicate about what's important to you on the 13th of the month to really anchor that in. Okay, Stephanie's asking about the 17th of the month. Let's take a look at that date. So the 17th of the month is actually a very strong creativity day. If you are writing a book, writing content, speaking about things, if you're an artist, if you're a maker, you're going to want to devote some time to your art in that window of time, to your creativity. And here's the thing, all of us make art in our own ways, right? Sometimes I joke that my Instagram page is my art. Okay. If I take a picture that I love, if I make a graphic that I love, if I write words that I love, I post it to my Instagram. That's my art, right? Maybe you like to bake. Maybe you like to dance. Maybe you like to write. Maybe you like to, I don't know, make soap. Maybe you like to do your makeup. Maybe like whatever it is, let yourself devote to your art on the 17th. And even better, if your art or your body of work is something that is going to bring about income and revenue and impact for you, right? So let your creative fires support you. They want to. Your creative fires want to support you. So let them, right? But don't let me go on a big tangent about that. The most important thing to remember is create something with your art on the 17th and keep art as a broad definition as to whatever it is that you like to create, right? Okay, on the 19th, Okay, so I want to talk about these 2 dates in conjunction. On the 13th, you're going to get clear on what really matters to you. On the 19th, you're going to start a new manifestation cycle. Okay, so the 19th of the month, write this date down in your planner, in your schedule, whatever. The 19th of the month is such an important day to manifest something, to start a new cycle. And when I use the term manifestation, I'm not just talking about like poof, manifestation, boom, it's done. I'm talking about the process of like, I'm going to make a decision. We've already talked a lot about the power of a decision this month, but I'm going to make a decision that henceforth, this is what my life is going to be. And then I'm going to think about that. I'm going to have the thoughts that reinforce that decision, right? So I'm going to think, oh, okay, because I'm the kind of person that does this, I also need to like, whatever, right? Like, let's come up with an example. Is anybody manifesting something? Like, let's say you want to manifest more money. Okay. Let's say that's what you want to do, right? So you make the decision, I want to manifest more money. I'm going to be more abundant. I'm calling in more abundance, whatever it is. And yes, say that in future tense or present tense or what, like, to me, those are a little bit of the semantics because it's actually the energy that matters most. So say the thing that resonates with you. Okay. The thing that resonates with you, and then start to think about it. So if I say to myself, this income level is my new normal. Okay. That's what I'm manifesting. That's the decision I'm making. This income level is my new normal. I'm going to start to think about it. Well, what about that income level as my new normal? What are all the pieces of income streams that contribute to that new normal, right? What are the ways I make money right now? What are some new ways I might choose to make money going forward? Okay. I'm going to think about it. Then I'm going to have an emotion. Okay, guys, I'm starting to weave in Dr. Joe's work into this. Then I'm going to have an emotion and I'm going to be like, ooh, I love when I get to do numerology readings for people. Oh, that's so exciting. It's so fun. I love that level of connection. Ooh, I love getting to business coach people. Oh my God, it's so fun. I love seeing people doing amazing stuff with their work. This is so exciting. And I'm going to get this ramped up feeling. Then I'm going to create a magnet. So when you have a thought and you charge it with an emotion, you create a literal magnet, and that can magnetize things to you. But you still need to take action. So step 3 will be take action. Step 3, I don't even know if it's actually step 3. Make a decision, have thoughts, have emotions that will charge those thoughts and create a magnet. Step 4, take action. So if I'm super excited and jazzed up about doing numerology readings, then I need to like have a landing page or market it or tell people or invite people to receive a reading. Say I'm super pumped about doing some business coaching. I need to let people know I'm open for business coaching. This is what's available. I'd love to support you. I'd love to work with you. Take action, right? And then I will continue to enforce that loop of the thought, the emotion, and the action. And that's going to create the manifestation cycle. So the long and the short of it is on the 19th of the month is a very, very powerful time to start a new process. You can start now and reinforce it on the 19th, right? You can start now. You don't have to wait. But recognizing that on the 19th, there's this very strong like takeoff energy that will be to your favor. On the 20th of the month, there's a very important day around choosing community, choosing collaboration. There's a lot of talk about feminine-based leadership, feminine-based business practices. And the reason is because we've had very masculine business practices for many, many years. And so it's time to call in feminine energy into business. But ideally, it's not one or the other. It's actually where both the feminine principles and the masculine principles can work together, right? Can be cohesive, can be integrative. There is a time in business when you need to bring out your masculine energy, and there's a time when you need to bring out your feminine energy. And are you the kind of person that knows how to work with those polarities within yourself in an integrative way? Okay. So on the 20th of the month, it's going to be about how do I relate in community? How do I connect in community? How do I understand my connections and who I'm connected to, and recognize about this concept of when my community gets to be supported and uplifted, we all get to be supported and uplifted. So there's this very, very important principle of community collaboration coming through. And, integrating those feminine business practices into your business. Okay. So many people who might still be feeling like the pendulum's on one side or the other for them, they're going to be invited to try to integrate the two, right? Try to bring them both in together and work with them together mindfully. Okay. So Karina's asking about the 27th. Oh, Teba, yes, is the 17th your day? I love that. Okay. Ooh. So the 27th is your husband's 44th birthday. And since you're in advanced numerology, you will know that this is a rebirth cycle for him. He's going to be repeating his spiritual energies this year, which is really, really powerful. It's also your 27th anniversary. Amazing. His activation, I love that, is 9, abundant closure and new beginnings. That is so beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Karina. So, so good. 9 energy day, full moon, and 6 of hearts energy. I love that. So to me, I was going to speak to the 27th either way, because the 27th of November is this very important day to call in the type of karmic relationships that you're truly desiring to experience and seeing them. Now, oftentimes we have this idea that karma is like negative or hard work, or it's going to require a lot of healing, and it's going to require, and here's the thing, you've done a lot of hard work and you've done a lot of healing, right? You can recognize the karma to the high side now, the karma to the opportunity side, the karma to the gift. So on the 27th of the month, for all of us, it's about recognizing what are those karmic relationships that are truly love-based, that truly uplift and support each other, and how do I honor and recognize them on this day, right? It's going to be really recognizing that going forward, this is my new standard. This is how I relate with people. This is the type of relationships I get to experience and get to call in, whether it's love, friendship, client, business, collaborative, either way, right? It's a very, very powerful energy. The 29th of the month is a very important energy for family. Okay, so spending time with loved ones, whether it's birth family, chosen family, whatever it is, spending time with people you consider family and really celebrating them on the 29th of the month. And the 30th of the month is going to be this strong amplification of love. This is going to be super, super powerful. Yeah. I'm super excited, you guys. I really feel like a lot of the challenge that people have been facing over these past few months, we're going to start to see some closure on some of that and the new opportunity going forward. Because of how we understand how energy works in quantum physics, whenever you've got these massive pendulum swings of challenge, the pendulum gets to create a particle wave collapse of opportunity that's proportionate to the challenge you just experienced. So not that we wish that we go through hard things, but the coming out the other side of it is it births an opportunity proportionate to that. So that's what we're here for in November. We're here for the birth of that new experience. We're here for the manifestation of that new experience. There's a couple of opportunities I want to share with you that I'm going to have coming up here. Opportunity number 1, I have opened the doors for business coaching again. This is something I previously was only offering to my students within business school, but I've actually opened the doors to bring on some private one-on-one clients, which is actually how I started my business. I started as a coach about 11 years ago with one-on-one practices. And yeah, I'd like to support a couple one-on-one people. So this is for you if you either are feeling overwhelmed and you don't know where to start, if you are feeling like you're doing the same thing over and over again, but you're not necessarily creating the results you used to get, and you need to create some changes in order to bring in some new energy into your business. We will do a forecast, a personal forecast, so that you can get a sense of where you're at, and then we'll create a strategy. Okay. Those of you who know me know that my background's actually in business and economics, and I spent 6 years in university studying this kind of stuff. Freaking love it. And I integrate the two, right? The strategy with the magic. Okay, so that's available. If you're curious, let me know, DM me. I also have a few other things coming up. Number 1, I'm starting a new course, a mini course. It's going to be 3 classes on marketing, visibility, and the witch wound. So if you have ever struggled around visibility and marketing because you're afraid to fully express yourself, you have a hard time saying what you do, you don't know how to talk about what you do. Oh, I lost a sticker. That's so funny. You don't know how to talk about what you do. You need support with that. Oftentimes, this is coming from a witch wound where you have like almost created a vow of silence or a vow of keeping your mouth shut because you were afraid, you were persecuted, you were challenged, and now it's affecting your marketing and visibility. So I'm teaching a 3-part series on that. If you're interested, stay tuned. It's coming up very soon. And I'm also going to have some fun little Black Friday sales. I've never done a Black Friday sale before, so I'm really excited to share this with you guys. If you're on my email list, you will be the first ones to know about it. But here's the wish for you. Okay. So I know Black Friday is this month, and I'm going to be sharing a Black Friday sale. But here's the wish for myself and for you is that, yes, when things go on sale, it's a great time to buy. Like, sure, I love a sale. I love a discount. I love a coupon code. Don't get me wrong. But ask myself, like, is this something I truly value? Is this something truly important to me? Or am I just spending money to save money, which makes no sense? Okay. So let's all make a commitment to ourselves that when we go into this season of spending money, we do so with a level of honor and reverence to our value system. Money is meant to be a reflection of your value system. So when you spend money in reflection of your values, you get to grow, amplify, and expand that. If you spend money that's at odds with that, you're going to perpetuate cycles that don't serve you. So make the decision, yeah, save money, enjoy a coupon code, and choose to spend in alignment with your integrity. What else do I want to say? I have so much to say. I also think I am going to do a Halloween mini reading special. Only for today. I'm going to open up just a few spots depending on what my calendar can hold. If you would like a mini one-on-one reading with me, they're going to be 20-minute power readings. You can either do numerology, tarot, or a combination thereof, depending on what your question is. You can let me know and I can help you. And we're going to do them for $40. Okay. So if you want one of these readings, DM me right away. Like I said, I'm only going to open a few for this week. And I'm just feeling like the connection. I gave someone a numerology reading yesterday, and it was so powerful. It was so inspiring. And there was a lot of stuff we were able to cover in that short window of time. So if this is you, if you would like some more clarity, let me know. Oh, Michelle, like the witch wound and the vow of silence. You know, I speak to this stuff because this is stuff I've worked through, right? I've gone through. So if you would like to have support with this, I'm going to be sharing some masterclasses on this with guides, workbooks, practices, and habits to come through it. Because let's not pretend that we can snap our fingers and it's gone, or we wouldn't have it. It's going to require some energetics, absolutely, but followed up with practical actions, definitely. That's what anchors in the change. So if you want to work on that, that will be coming up. If you would like one of those one-on-one readings with me, send me a DM. Because like I said, there's just going to be a few of them. I'm just going to open up a few spots, whatever I have available between now and Friday, 20-minute readings for $40. A little Halloween special, right? So amazing. If you're on my email list, you'll get access to everything. If you wish you were on my email list to find out what the sales are going to be, let me know. And oh yeah, the final thing is, you guys know I love a good tarot numerology spread. So I will be sharing the November tarot numerology spread very shortly. You can download that and do that. And if you do, post it in our community and share so other people can celebrate you. You can celebrate yourself. I can come in and see what's going on for you guys. And let's really recognize some of those pattern completions, line in the sand, and new decision moments this month. I'm so here for it. Sending you guys so much love. And comment in the chat. Let me know, what's the one thing you needed to hear today? What's the piece? What's the little nugget that you received? I want to know what's landing with you. And let's do this. Sending you guys so much love. Mwah. Bye, everyone.